Hi, this is Sam Wagmeister, the Vegas Voice. My guests today are Bucky Heard of the Righteous Brothers and Vinny Adinolfi of the Bronx Wanderers. And I'll tell you what, I'm reminded of George Gobel when he was on the Jack Parr show. He was sitting there with Dean Martin and Bob Hope one night, and he said, "Did you ever get the feeling that you were a tuxedo in a world of brown shoes?" You were brown shoes in a world of tuxedos. Well, with that, we'll talk professional.
If I smoked, I'd be flicking my ashes in your
breaking out the George Gobel too, man. Come on.
Yeah. Do you remember George?
Of course I do.
Thank goodness.
The best bit in that is Dean Martin keeps flicking his ashes in his drink when he wasn't looking, and he keeps sipping out of the drink. But the ashes are being sprinkled in.
That's right. You're the Dean Martin expert there, aren't you?
Yep.
Well, you guys have some exciting news, don't you?
We're super pumped, man.
We're getting to go home and be back with our best friends, where for the shortest period of time, we reached the promised land where we got to be in the same room as Bill and Bucky, the Righteous Brothers,
What
of
about
course.
a month?
And,
that.
And it was so great. And COVID hit and broke us up. But that was our happiest time. Yep. They would come on stage with us. We'd go to their show every night. And it just ended. And thanks to Michael Libinati and the South Point, they said, why don't you come back and join Bill and Bucky? And so we're going back, and we're thrilled.
We're so excited.
The South Point is setting itself up to compete with the Strip at bargain prices.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you guys going to be doing at the South Point? Tell me.
Well, pretty much the thing is, Bill always says it's a blessing and a curse because he sung these songs for 55 years. And, but the audiences can expect to hear all the hits, Love and Feeling, Unchained Melody, I've Had the Time of My Life from Dirty Dancing, Rock and Roll Heaven, Soul and Inspiration. And then we do a really great tribute, which I know Vinny and the boys do as well, to our veterans, because that's one thing we have. Very, very important the veterans are to us. Bill talks about that all the time, how their music was so important to the veterans over in Vietnam during that time. And so we pay tribute to the veterans. McKenna sings in the show, Bill's daughter. We got some opera in there. So the main goal for our show that we love is people come in, they get the hits, they know they're going to get that. But then we surprise them with a bunch of different things that they don't expect. So when they go home, wow, that show was great, but we didn't expect it was going to be that. So it's almost, I dare say, a musical about the life and tells the story of the Righteous Brothers, because Bill shares stories between the songs, and it all just ties together real nice. And we got a killer band, 4 horns, 3 girl backup singers. So it's a full band. And we're just really excited about coming back to the show.
And when are they going to see you guys? I mean, you're each going to have your own shows.
Yeah.
But when are they going to see you guys?
We start back at the end of, I think, the 26th, 7th, and 8th, the last Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of January. We're back.
Okay.
And I'm not sure when
we start in February
And then
28th.
3 days too, like that?
I'll be parking cars the rest of the month.
I'll be in heels seating the guests.
And how often are you guys going to be there?
Once a month for 8 months, I believe 9 months, because January we'll be in Florida the whole month. So we start up in February, and he said you guys can't work in August and November because of the rodeo.
Yeah, same with us.
And so, but the great thing is, he said we'll double up on dates. We'll double up on December. I'll give you extra dates. Did you
see the South Point's ad in the paper today? They had a full-page ad. It said, "Dear locals, you can come back. The Cowboys have left, and we have parking spaces." Full page in section 1 of the paper.
We had dinner there. Did you go over during all that craziness?
No.
Bill wanted me to come have dinner. He was there. Michael Gahn, God bless him, invited Bill to come to the rodeo. He had never been to one. They were right down. He said dirt landed on him a few times. That's how close they were. But it was amazing.
There's nothing like. We went to Montana. We did the Montana State Fair. And again, from New York, I have no clue. And they said, everything is fried. That's fried Pepsi. I go, what? What is fried Pepsi?
That's one, I haven't heard of that.
I said, I never heard. And they said they take dough the night before and they pour in like 2-liter bottles of Pepsi, let it sit overnight, And the next day they fry it, and when it's Pepsi.
Tastes like it's like a donut,
and
Pepsi
soda.
donut.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sold.
Salad was fried, everything was fried.
Everything.
But so they said, come down and see the bulls. And you're thinking of like the little petting zoo. What's it going to be about that big?
Yeah.
And we went down, and we were on the floor because everybody was up in the stands, and because we were backstage. We're on the floor, so I'm literally looking through the fence. This bull was up by that light up there. Where I'm looking up like 10, and he comes charging at the fence, and I ran away. And everybody looked, it's not going to come through the fence. I go, do you see how big he is? It was like a train.
You think it is going to be a little cute.
And I go, how exciting was that? That was great.
Yeah, as Bill said, it was fantastic. And then, but yeah, South Point's always got something exciting going on. We talked about that before we started today. The restaurants.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chinese restaurant there is just off the charts.
They were just named. They just had 4 restaurants named to Open Table's top 10 in Southern Nevada.
What doesn't surprise me because I've eaten at every place in the.
Yeah.
So prime rib is to die.
Isn't that the best?
Oh,
yeah, we were there for our anniversary.
That was the best, and it really was great. I tell you, I don't want to knock them, but we just went to Beverly Hills, and we went to their competition. That there's the other prime rib place in town. I can't say Lowry's. And the thing was, it was horrible. The meat was grainy. It was just that. And we were just at South Point like a month ago. First of all, it's about that thick.
Dude, I can't even believe
Isn't
how much.
how big it is. And it's half the price.
They give you luggage to take the
It's
rest
half
For real, man.
It's half the price.
Yeah, unbelievable. Less than half the price.
It's wonderful. But and then they got other great shows that are coming in there. But we're so excited, like Vinny said, to be back together because it was really. I mean, we were building some stage.
It's really interesting, though. It looks like there's the South Point is setting themselves up to compete.
Yeah.
With the Strip, but it's just an economical alternative because. You can get a room at the South Point for 75% less than the Strip.
Yeah.
And you don't have to deal with the craziness and the
free parking.
I tell you, when we would come here, we started at the South Point in 2011. And literally, we would come to Vegas. We never left the South Point.
You don't have to.
We had the restaurants there. Yeah. There was the movies there. The bowling alley was there. It was like so people like, you go up to, no, we never left the property. And Michael Gaughan what do you say about him?
He's amazing human being.
We would not have a career in Las Vegas were it not for Michael Gaughan, Damian Costa, Michael Libinati. I mean, the 3 of them in conjunction gave us our career. And I got to tell you, when we landed where Damian moved and we went up to to Caesars, Michael Gaughan sent a woman to the dressing room.
I was scared of where you were going with that.
No.
Like the old days.
I wish.
I'm sending one out.
No, but Michael sent this beautifully dressed woman in a gown to the dressing room. And she said, I'm from Mr. Gaughan's office. And he just wanted you to know that he wishes you the best of luck going up to Caesars. And just know you'll always have a home here. And, I mean, where do you get that? Where do you get that?
You
just don't.
He should bottle that and sell it to the other casinos.
Yeah.
How come they don't? And he's got that culture spread throughout the casino. Because
most of those people have worked for him. Everybody you see in there, he is so loyal to his people. And him and Bill, Bill and Bobby worked for him at the Orleans. And then kind of the same thing when the MGM opened.
Right.
And they went to the MGM. The Righteous Brothers were the first act of the MGM. Michael threw them a party when they left and said, you always have a home here.
I mean,
but he never lets Medley forget it, though. So every time you go to dinner, remember that time I threw you a party and you left me?
I don't want to run out of time without getting a couple of these facts. Now, your ticket prices, they're not raising the price of tickets, are they? They're still going to be affordable. They're going to be under $50.
Well, I tell you what's like the saddest thing about the town right now. We bought tickets to a show because one of my friends has a show. I don't want to trash the hotel or Ticketmaster, seriously. But it was one of those things where he said, I'll comp you. And I said, no, let us buy tickets. So if anything, we bought tickets in the back of the room. They were $20 tickets. And we bought 4 tickets. It was $80. And I went to the box office to pick the tickets up. And they said to me, it's $220. And I said, the tickets are $80. And I said, it's $120 for the tax fees and whatever the hotel adds on. It is more than the actual cost of the ticket. Yeah. And it is, and it's sad. So somebody just told me recently they went to the South Point and the tickets were $45. I said, well, what did you pay? And they said $45.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, here's the difference, and Bill talks about this, and it's one of the reasons that we were excited to go to South Point, and Harris was very good to us, and it was wonderful there. But going to South Point, Bill said, it's not corporate. Michael Gone, it's run by him. He's hands on. You can walk into his office and talk to him. And a lot of these casinos and stuff are so corporate that there's, to get one thing done, you have to go through 10 people, and it can be very difficult.
I had an opportunity to speak with Michael Libinati, the general manager of the showroom.
Yes.
When I did my column for the December issue about you guys going over to the South Point. And he is so sincere about how much the audience and the people in the audiences mean to him. You can tell that it's an attitude that permeates throughout the casino.
It really, when you see the market coming home, it really is. We're going home.
Everybody's happy.
It's where we started, and we're right back to where we started.
Well,
we're back together again.
And that's great.
I'm glad, you guys have been headliners all over the country. And I'm just glad to see you bringing it back to the South Point, where you can bring your show to the locals.
Yes.
And maybe bring in some new people from outside the area. I know you guys tour, and you've got fans all over, and they'd love to see you in Las Vegas and have that Las Vegas experience.
Yeah.
I wish you a lot of break your legs.
Hey, man. And Sam, thank you for all you do for us and for every entertainer in this town. It's much appreciated, brother.
Oh, Sam, you were my first. You were our first review, and you got behind us, and you were the one that started the articles. How come you're not on the strip? And you're the one that got us our job. Thank you.
You do a lot for the entertainers here, brother.
Thank you. You know what? And you give me a lot of joy. I appreciate it. Thank you, John.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
And thank you all. See you next time.